All right, hey guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, I kind of wanted to mix it up a little bit. I posted on my Instagram story 3-4 months ago, kind of a before and after of what honestly, probably just the after of what the towel looked like after I cleaned my steering wheel. Believe it or not, these steering wheels get so disgusting. The leather obviously isn't the highest of quality. It does age really, really quickly, and you'll start to kind of get this worn down, greasy look. Now, we can't restore this perfectly today, but I'm gonna show you guys what I use as a cleaner. I actually make my own cleaner using Woolite in this extremely manly looking bottle. So I didn't want to, make the solution and kind of just explain how I made it. So to make the solution, it's pretty darn easy. I actually filled this thing up with warm water just a moment ago. Yeah, you can use, tap water, whatever, really doesn't matter. Filtered water probably is best in any situation, but it doesn't, super matter. So I typically, the way I dilute it, I used to have the measurement. I forget what the exact dilution ratio is, but I fill it to about half, I guess, the neck of this with water, and of course the rest with this Woolite stuff. Now, disaster has befallen me. So we don't need to go too crazy with this because, well, first and foremost, it's sticky and kind of disgusting to work with. We'll wipe this down, and then of course we'll wipe the steering wheel down with that so you guys can get a good sort of before and after, because it does get pretty darn disgusting. All right, so this is all set. It's filled up. Give it a nice shake. I do apologize for this bottle. I don't have my own spray bottles. In fact, I do actually. At this point, I do, but I've been using this one for so long. So why not? We're gonna keep at it. I don't think you guys like the POV style. I think it's a little bit easier on me, just for filming purposes, so I can always get that perfect shot because it's everything in front of me. Awesome. So without further ado, here is our cleaner used towel. Again, always use clean towels if you can, but I'm a lazy bones, so this is what we got. All right, let's see if I can get any better light. Sort of, kind of. In fact, what I'll do is I'll brave the cold for you guys. You guys have to see, like, I want to make sure we get the most out of the lighting that we have. Cool. I don't know if that helped at all. But yeah, so what I'll do is I'll clean this side and give you guys a nice before and after. Again, I don't think it's going to be super, crazy difference given that I have cleaned it relatively recently, but yeah, let's see what we can get. And I know a lot of folks prefer using brushes. I get that. There's nothing wrong with using a brush, but yeah, I don't know. This sort of just keeps everything nice and contained. Kind of get a little sudsy action going. That's totally normal. Again, when you guys see people clean these wheels with like brushes, obviously you're gonna get suds. Hopefully you're picking up a fair amount of dirt. Again, the whole purpose, if we're cleaning the steering wheel, we can clean everything. This is a pretty soft material cloth, of course, so we can kind of work even our glossy plastics and not really worry too much about scratching. Not too much of a firm grip either. You don't really need that. You just need something to kind of get the job done. All right. So that is kind of what we picked up. It's a little hard to see, but certainly not as white as it could be, indicating that it has picked up at least some dirt. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe off the rest of the suds, and sort of a finishing move when cleaning the steering wheel is just go over it with a wet towel, just to kind of mop up, I guess you could say, even though technically you're, drying it, just to mop up any suds. You don't really want to leave those on the steering wheel, just in case for whatever reason that, yeah, I can already feels way grippier and cleaner and smoother, and that's what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be shiny. It's not supposed to be slick. It's supposed to be nice and easy. So let me get my wet towel, and we'll just kind of give it a once over, and we'll see how she dries. All right, so again, this is not super drenched. It's just wet enough to kind of, pretty much just mop up any leftover soap. Another thing people don't usually hit is, you guys can see on my my indicator, look at all this, like, it's kind of gross, yeah, but it's dead skin and like greasy oils. our fingers, you'd be surprised at how much we leave behind when we just touch things. I mean, look at your computer mouse at home. I mean, you name it. That stuff is just gross, and I'm always trying to make sure none of that stuff gets left behind because it's nice to have a clean car. It really is. You can get this little area. These are very, very nice steering wheels, in my opinion. I think they are going to age extremely well. Cool. And then this has not been touched with any, you know, at least this corner of the towel has not been touched with any suds. Kind of like a finishing mop-up, shall we say. And that is that, guys. Again, the cool thing with this cleaner is you can use it on seats, your shifter, obviously right here, and even the side parts, your armrest, you know, you name it, even kind of any trim, door cards too, you know, it works great on all of that stuff. But as you guys can see, look how much dirt we picked up just from half the wheel. That's what we're working with. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's, again, it's not pitch black, but for something that was cleaned, you know, relatively recently, you know, it is pretty astonishing. So, and look at that already. In fact, I'll just turn on my phone light just so you guys can get a good idea. Dullness and obviously the greasy side, but this is still drying up a little bit. Again, something I really encourage you guys doing and sort of seeing at least what the results can hold, because these steering wheels do get so darn dirty. Pretty insane. It really is. You know, for you guys at home, it might not be the biggest difference, but for me, I can just see tons of grease in this little corner versus just a dull matte look, matte sheen. So at some point, I'd love to get a new steering wheel. I know, you know, it's nice to kind of keep cleaning this one, but and I do love the look of this steering wheel, but I wouldn't mind a little more pizzazz. And I did drive my buddy Danny's Golf R. He's been on the channel a few times, and he has a beautiful carbon fiber steering wheel, which again, I'm not the biggest fan of, you know, those carbon fiber, you know, really expensive carbon fiber steering wheels. A lot of people have them, and it's not much differentiation because they all pretty much, to me, look the same. But, you know, it is something still kind of interesting to look at. It, you know, obviously does increase the bulkiness of the wheel. This wheel is as beautiful as it is and as nice as it is to hold. It is aging, of course. This will probably dull out, or I should say become pretty greasy quickly, just because of the dyes. This is extremely safe to use. This solution I've actually taken from another YouTuber years ago, and I've just been doing it since, and I've had no issues. And of course, I mean, still kind of drying, of course, but I mean, just look at the dullness. That looks nearly brand new. So pretty darn cool. So let's wrap the rest of this wheel off. Again, let's see if I can show you guys a decent before and after. It's going to be a little tough, but greasy and then dull. And kind of just see from the light, really kind of faint reflection, and then this reflection is a more aggressive one. So I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but at least from the towel, pretty big difference. All right, I closed the garage door just to help with any kind of glare, but let's get this tape off that we just threw on. Again, it's going to be a little tough to sort of see the line, but let's get this thing completely clean, and so you guys can hopefully at least see what a fully clean wheel looks like, because it is pretty, it's quite a cool thing to see. Even more disgusting, but it is in really good shape. My last wheel, I think, that had like scratches on it. I was stupid enough to use a magic eraser. I highly recommend not ever using a magic eraser. That's gonna 100% strip the dye from your wheel. It'll fade it out. You'll see kind of like weird faded spots on your wheel. It's really obvious to spot a wheel that has been cleaned. You know, a magic eraser, they're meant for appliances, not car steering wheels, which I get. You know, a lot of people think that it's smart to use. If you have a plastic steering wheel, maybe, but I don't know. I still probably would avoid it. I mean, it's basically using sandpaper. It's kind of the equivalent. This is looking pretty darn good, guys. I did close the garage door. I wish I could eliminate all the glare, and I think that probably took away from some of the, of course, results from the first do-over on this side. I think this should yield some pretty decent results. So, I mean, look how disgusting that is. That is just, that's gross. It's terrible. You can see exactly which side I used to clean it, because this is the other side, and this is the cleaning side. Ugh. Hard to believe that that much dirt just accumulates on my wheel, but it's kind of the nature of something you use every day. All right, you guys, I was actually going to end up ceramic coating it, but I don't really know where my leather ceramic coating went. As you can see kind of from the side, light hitting it from this corner. It's nice, dull, matte sheen look. If you look on the seat, it's got obviously a lot of reflections. This is gross and disgusting, and I hate cleaning the seats just because how awkward it is to get in there. But at some point I'll probably do it. This is just kind of my priority, because a lot of my videos that I shoot on Instagram and so on, which if you're not followed already, you guys definitely should check that out. I have some pretty cool reels. But yeah, no, it's super, super clean. It's definitely it'll probably last a couple of weeks, maybe a week or two, and then it'll get kind of gross again. And it's just from the wheel kind of just obviously being a little worn down. So really nothing you can do there except for replace it down the line. So I'm looking for new steering wheels. You know, I'd love maybe something, you know, carbon up top, maybe suede, or just a full suede wheel would look pretty sweet as well. But who knows? We'll see what's out there. But yeah, I'll end up probably wrapping up the video there. So hopefully you guys learned something new. I'm not responsible for you guys if something goes wrong, or you know, I'm not a professional, but I've been doing this for a little bit now, for at least 6 years, making this kind of potion, and I've had no problems since. So highly recommend it if you guys want to see what we used again. It's our Woolite for delicates, and it's you can get a solid 10 washes out of it. Not a bad gig. I'm gonna wrap the video up there, but we have a full thing of solution now for you know, some cleanings in the future. And as far as now goes, we have a clean steering wheel. So thank you guys again for watching the video, and definitely stay tuned for more. We got some awesome things coming. I got my tires coming on Monday. Throw those on the wheels, and then throw the wheels on, and then we'll be on summer wheels for the rest of the winter, because I don't care. I want to see what this thing looks like. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.